Hello kids, this is Faizan Hussain and today we are going to study a chapter of class 8 science, that is synthetic fiber and plastic. Students, before starting this chapter we are going to divide this chapter into two parts. The first one is synthetic fiber and the second part is plastic. So first of all we are going to cover the synthetic fiber. So before starting the topic, let me give you a brief introduction of this topic. Students, we use different kind of materials in our life, day-to-day life. Suppose, for example, we use, you can say, cements, plastics, stones, yeah, wool, cotton, jute, paints, isn't it? So there are various kind of material we use. Now, when we are going to classify them, so on their sources, from where they are obtained, on the basis of their sources, we can divide it into two different categories. What are the two different categories? Their sources can be, you can see, natural or synthetic. Synthetic or artificial, you can say, which is synthesized in the factory or which are human made, and natural, which are obtained from nature, whose sources are nature only. Like, so for example, like cotton, jute, wood, wool, everything we obtain from the nature directly. So their sources are basically nature. So these are natural materials, and the material which are synthesized or processed in a factory, which are human made, are known as synthetic material. I hope the word synthetic is clear to you, right? Now we are going to see the another word, that is fiber. What fibers are actually? First of all, let's take an example of a cotton shirt. Cotton, like I am wearing a cotton shirt. When you view this cotton shirt into a magnifying glass or a lens, what you will find? You will find that this cotton shirt is made up of very fine thread-like structures, right? These thread-like structures are what? These are cotton fibers. Clearly? Similarly, these all clothes are made up of these type of fibers only. So, fibers are the thread-like structure the cloth or any material is made up of. Is it clear to you? Now, moving forward, when we see synthetic fiber, there is synthetic fiber. Synthetic fiber mean to say which is synthesized in the factory, or you can say in a company. Yes, so these are processed in a company, or these are synthesized in the factory with the help of raw material. Basically their raw material, you can say, these are can be crude oil, or you can say coal, petroleum products. So these are their raw material. These are processed in the industries and made useful for the human. Now we can see these are synthetic fiber, and when we are coming towards the natural fiber are obtained from directly from nature. You might have heard, like we can say cotton, jute, coil, flax. So on the basis of their sources, we can divide fibers into two categories. One is natural and another is synthetic. Natural fibers. So first of all, we are going to study about the natural fiber. Let's have a brief introduction and then we will start the synthetic fiber, so that we can compare what natural fiber is and what synthetic fiber is. Natural fiber, you can say, like I told you, cotton, jute, flax, coil, wool, silk, etc. Now, when we see this natural fiber, their sources are nature only. Cotton, it is obtained from the plant. Next is jute. It is obtained from the plant stem only. So, it is also a plant product. Next, flax. It is also obtained from plant. Coil. It is obtained from the coconut. So, basically, when we see all these, cotton, jute, flax, coir. These all are plant products. So that's why we call it plant fiber. These are obtained basically from plants, so that's why we call it plant fiber. And when you see jute, wool, silk, jute is a plant fiber, and when you see wool or silk, their sources are animals. Wool is obtained from sheep and silk is obtained from silk moth. That's why these are animal fiber. Got it? So natural fiber is divided into two categories. One is plant fiber and second is animal fiber. Is it clear to you all? Now, when we are coming towards the synthetic fiber. So here, now we are starting our topic, synthetic fibers. So synthetic fibers, these are actually processed in the industries or factories, and these are basically human made. They are raw material like you can say, basically I told you petroleum is used, and from the petroleum various products are made, like you can say plastic, paints, and you can say nylon, rayon, and many other type of clothes are made. So these are processed in industries or synthesized in industries. That's why they are called synthetic fiber. Now what these fibers are made up of? Actually these fibers are made up of very small units that are called monomers, and that monomers combines to form polymers, and the polymers makes the fiber. So let me explain you. Suppose these are the small units. A single unit is known as here a monomer. Monomer. When these monomers combines, they forms a long chain like structure, and this long chain like structure is known as polymer. Mono is formed from the two words. First is mono, that is one or single, and mer means unit. And in the same way, similarly, poly is also made from the two words. Poly means many and mer means unit. When many units combines, they forms a polymers, and this polymers forms the fiber. Got it? Now these polymers are also of two types. Like when they are joined in a straight or linear chain, they are known as linear chain polymer. What they call? Linear chain polymer. And when they are cross-linked, or you can say they are branched like this. In this way, they forms the branch. So these are known as cross-linked polymer. So these cross-linked polymer, or you can say linear chain polymers, combines and forms the fiber, and these fibers are, you can say, woven into the cloth, and we forms the synthetic cloth. Synthetic cloth, for example, rayon, it's silk like similar to silk, nylon, and polyester. We will study in details in the next topic. Got it? So these are linear chain polymer and cross-linked polymer. Is it clear to you all? Yes?